siya. Maliwanag na po ang buhay, no? Listen ko lang po para at least yan. Yan. Hopefully nakikita. Kita po ba? Kita nyo? Kung hindi nyo kita, mag-leave na lang kayo ng GC. Ay, hindi kayo mag-leave. Wait lang po. Ayusin lang natin. Yan. Better po. Yan. So, hello everyone. Good morning. Ay, hindi. Good evening everyone. So, our topic for today is cardiomyopathy. So, technically, when we talk about cardiomyopathy, hati-hatiin natin siya, 'di ba? We have your cardio, we have your myo, and we have your pati. So when we talk about your cardio, ibig sabihin, we are talking about your heart. Ang nag-iisa mong heart, kaya bawal kang magmahal ng dalawa. Ay, hindi dapat dalawa. We also have your myo, which is your myocardium, which is a muscle. Then, when we talk about your pati, pati. Ay, hindi about your pati, that is disease. So generally, we are talking about diseases of the heart muscle. Nagigets po? So ano bang nangyayari dyan? Ang nangyayari dyan sa cardiomyopathy ninyo is there is weaker pump. So pag sinabing nagwi-weak yung pumping, kasi yun. Pag weaker yung pump, anong mangyayari? It will lead to decreased cardiac output. Pag decrease po ang cardiac output, decrease ang perfusion, which leads to decreased oxygen to the body. Nagigets po? So, when we talk about your cardiomyopathy, these are group of diseases, cardiac diseases of the heart muscle, where the structure and the functions of your myocardium are impaired. So, ano bang usually nangyayari dyan? Pag impaired yung myocardium ninyo, it would lead to different types of heart diseases, such as heart failure, arrhythmias, tama ba spelling ko? Arrhythmias, sudden cardiac arrest, or your cardiogenic shock. Hindi ko na binuha, tinatamad kasi ako magsulat. Again, ulitin po natin ha. We have your cardiomyopathy. Pag dinisect natin siya, we have your cardio, which means your heart. We have your myo, which is your muscle or your myocardium. Then we have your pati, which is disease. So technically, it just means diseases of the heart muscle. Nagigets po? Yes po, nagigets mo yan. So sa cardiomyopathy, ang problema natin yan, weak yung pag-pump. So pag weak yung pag-pump, it will lead to decreased cardiac output. Because of the decreased cardiac output, it would lead to decreased oxygen to the body. So, anong mangyayari dyan? It will lead to either heart failure, arrhythmias, sudden cardiac arrest, or sudden cardiac death, tapos cardiogenic shock. Nagigets po? Nagigets? Yes or yes? Mag-yes po kayo pag nagigets. Pag hindi, mag-leave. Ay, hindi tayo mag-leave. Nagigets? Nagigets ninyo? Sumagot? Ay, ayaw nilang sumagot. Ayan. So, next po, we have, yes, ayan. Yes po. So, we have your types of cardiomyopathy. Ayan. Buti pa siya. Type. Ikaw, hindi ka type ng crush mo. Ay. So, types of cardiomyopathy. For the purpose of memorization, we have your Dr. Hat. So, sino ba si Dr. Hat? Dati kasi Dr. H lang to. Ngayon, we have your Dr. Hat. So, Dr. Hat, we have your dilated cardiomyopathy. We have your restrictive cardiomyopathy at lumalakas na po ang hangin. We have your hypertrophic. Oh, di ba ang lakas ng hangin dito sa amin? Hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. We have your arrhythmogenic right ventricular cardiomyopathy, and we have your Takotsubo or a stress-induced cardiomyopathy. Yan. Stress-induced. Yan. So, ito po yung mga pag-aaralan natin ngayon. So, ulitin po natin. We have your mnemonic Dr. Dr. Hat. So we have your dilated cardiomyopathy, restrictive cardiomyopathy, hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, arrhythmogenic right ventricular cardiomyopathy, Takotsubo or stress-induced. Ito yung sa mga virgin. Ay, hindi ganun. So, let's deep dive with regards to your dilated cardiomyopathy. Yan. So, erase na. Dilated cardiomyopathy na tayo. Okay lang? Dilated cardiomyopathy na tayo. Wala din naman kayong magagawa pag sinabi kong dilated cardiomyopathy tayo. So, when we talk about dilated cardiomyopathy, kung nanonood na kayo ng YouTube, sinabi doon ni Simple Nursing, D for, ano ibig sabihin yan? Distended. Distended daw yung cardiac muscle. Anong nangyari? It becomes thin. Yung muscle. Like a balloon. Yun nga yung sinabi ni Simple Nursing dyan. So, we could say that your dilated cardiomyopathy, ang problem dyan is yung mga heart chambers nyo. Ilan ba ang heart chambers nyo? We have, ilan yan? We have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. With regards to dilated cardiomyopathy, ang pinaka may problem dyan usually is your left ventricle. Ano pong nangyari dyan? It becomes enlarged and weaken. Di ba weekend yan yung pag Sabado-Linggo? Ay, weekend yun. So, yan. 4-4-4 sabi ni Greg. Yan. So, ano pong nangyari dyan kung enlarge at weaken sa dilated cardiomyopathy? Pag enlarge at weaken, ano mangyayari? It would lead to reduced contractility. So, pag reduce ang contractility, it would lead to systolic dysfunction. O, di ba, when we talk about systole, that is your squeezing, di ba? So, yan po. Yan po yung nagiging problem sa inyong dilated cardiomyopathy. This is caused by either primary or secondary. So, pag sinabi nating primary, technically, ibig sabihin lang yan, anong ibig sabihin yan? There is a valve problem. Usually, your valve doesn't close. So, mga primary yan. Pag sinabi naman nating secondary, so reduce din po ang cardiac. Yes po, reduce din ang cardiac output ng pasyente natin. Again, when we talk about cardiac output, ibig sabihin yan, that is the amount of oxygen which is being pumped out of the heart every minute. So, yun po, reduce din po yan. So, again, primary po dyan, pwedeng valve doesn't close. For secondary naman, usually causes niyan is hypertension. So, let's move on. So, pathophysio lang muna tayo. So, ulitin ko lang po ha. Cardiomyopathy, heart muscle disease, disease of the heart muscle. This is a group of diseases of the muscles. O, basta yun. We have the mnemonics, Dr. Hat. No. So, again, for dilated cardiomyopathy, we have distended and thin cardiac muscle. So, ibig sabihin yan ulit, there is enlarged and weakened, especially doon sa left ventricle ninyo. Ay, thank you for the meow meow. Thank you for the meow meow, Trisha. Thank you. Si Miss Basbas to, no? Thank you for the meow meow. Yan. So, patho muna tayo. Yan. Pathophysio. Para mas magets nyo siya. So, pathophysiology. So, first, there is ventricular dilation. So, anong nangyayari pag there is ventricular dilation? It would result to decrease ejection fraction. Sir, bakit? Bakit yung tanong ninyo, di ba? Bakit? Kasi nga yung heart chambers hindi na masyado nakakapag-stretch out. So ganito yung heart ninyo, di ba? Ay sir, parang hindi yan heart. Ganon, yan. So atria, ventricles. So, usually ang problem kasi left ventricle. So, hindi siya masyado nakakapag-stretch out. Bakit saan? Para saan yan? Di ba pag diastole? Pag ventricular filling. So, kung hindi yan masyado nakakapag-stretch out at it becomes weak, anong nangyari? Hindi siya makakapag-squeeze properly. Nagigets niyo na. Oo sir, nagigets na namin, matalino kami. Tama yan. So ngayon, kung hindi siya nakaka-squeeze properly, anong mangyayari? Madami bang blood ang mapapump out every beat, every cardiac output? Hindi. Less ang blood na mapapump outside the body. So it would lead to decreased ejection fraction. Nagigets? Next, blood pulse in the heart. So una muna, ventricular dilation which result to decreased ejection fraction. Now, it would lead to blood pulse in the heart which increase the risk for thrombi or thrombus and embolism. Bakit? Ano pong mangyayari dyan? Edema. Anong mangyayari dyan? Edema medyo hindi pa masyado. So anong mangyayari dyan? Kung sabi nga natin, hindi masyado nakakapag-pump ng mabuti si heart ninyo. So anong mangyayari? Anong mangyayari kay blood? Saan pupunta? It will just stay inside. Masyado nang matagal. So magiging stagnant siya. So pag naging stagnant ang dugo, anong mangyayari? Clot will be perform. Anong tawag doon? Clot will be form. Yun. Clot would be formed. So thrombus or thrombi pag madami. Nagigets? Now, if that thrombus or that thrombi travels to the other part of the body, it could cause stroke or embolism later on. Nagets po? So una, ventricular dilation which leads to decreased ejection fraction. Next, we have your blood pulse in the heart which is the risk of thrombi and embolism. Then, it would eventually lead to heart failure. So, usually ito sa mga systolic pag left ventricle ang problem. Bakit? Kasi over time na hindi siya masyado nakakapag-stretch. For example, ito yung heart ninyo. Hindi siya masyado nakakapag-stretch. Tapos weak siya. Hindi siya makapag-keep up. Anong mangyayari? It could cause fluid build-up. Fluid build-up, it would cause fatigue. Tapos anong mangyayari? Pag left ang problema, it would cause breathing problems, which is a classic sign of your systolic heart failure. If you could review your anong tawag doon? Your heart failure. Yon. No, stagnant talaga yun, yes. Galit ka naman. Ay, hindi naman, ma'am. Shoutout tayo kay Ma'am Barbie. Wait lang. Ma'am Barbie is here. Si Ma'am Barbie po, Andy. Yan si Ma'am Barbie. Shoutout natin si Ma'am Barbie. Yeah. So again, that is all about your dilated cardiomyopathy. So what are the causes? Sir, ano po ba yung nagko-cause ng dilated cardiomyopathy? So causes. So number one, it is idiopathic. So pag sinabi nating idiopathic, anong ibig sabihin niyan? Anyone from the class? Ay, may ganun, sir. Ano usually cause niyan? No known cause. Unknown. Hindi alam. Hindi masabi. Anong dahilan? Bakit? Bakit siya ang minahal mo? Hindi ako. So, aside from that, we also have ischemic heart disease. Ischemic heart disease. So, anong usually nagkakaroon pag ischemic heart disease? Pag may past MI ka. So, pag sinabi nating ischemic, ibig sabihin there is low oxygen to your muscle, di ba? So, what else? Alcohol abuse. Yan. Inom ka ng inom, fat bar ka ng fat bar, parati kang pumupunta sa birthday, tas imbis na magpulutan, alak yung inana mo. Yon. We also have your viral myocarditis. Ano ba yung mga nagkukos ng mga viral basta yun, ang hirap, ayoko na mag-explain. Viral myocarditis. Ano ba yung mga yon? Pwede po ang mag-cause niyan, you have your Coxsackie virus. We have your influenza. And possible din po HIV. So yan. Yan po yung mga pwedeng mag-cause ng viral myocarditis. Yung rubella gabs, hindi ko na-check sa book. So, if ever, if kasama siya, isasama natin siya, no? Aside from that, ano pa? Ano pa po? Siyempre, andyan, hypertension. Hypertension. Aside from that, ano pa po? Chemo drugs. Example niyan, yung ginagamit sa mga breast CA, doxorubicin. Yan. It could also cause dilated cardiomyopathy. Aside from that, we have your genetic mutation. Ibig sabihin, namana sa'yo, napasa sa'yo, may gene si father mo, tapos nung sa'yo na, talaga nag-full blown na. Aside from that, pwede din po pregnancy. Aside from pregnancy, coronary artery disease. Aside from coronary artery disease, pwede din po immune mediated myocarditis. Ano ibig sabihin ng immune mediated myocarditis? Usually this is caused by your SLE, your systemic lupus erythematosus, your sarcoidosis, yung mga yan po. Pwede silang mag-cause ng dilated cardiomyopathy. Nagigets po? Sir, kasama po ba ang valvular disorder sa causes o mauuna po ang DCM bago magkaroon ng valvular? Pwede. Pwede na magkaroon ng valvular disorders. Tapos mag-develop na lang si dilated cardiomyopathy. So, ano mangyayari doon? Pwedeng it would lead to secondary or primary cause of your dilated cardiomyopathy. Ayan. So, move na po tayo, ha? Next. What are the possible signs and symptoms? So, signs. Ala, hindi na sumula. Ala, nahulog. Wait lang, B. Commercial. Yan. Ay, mali. Nasaan na yung isa? Yan. Diabetes, hindi ko siya nakita. Kaya hindi ko siya nilagay. So, kindly check your book kung kasama siya. Pero, sa books, sa Brunner and Sudarts, parang hindi siya nakasama. No. So, signs and symptoms. We have your dyspnea on exertion. So, ibig sabihin, madali siyang mahapo, madali siyang mapagod during exertion. Next, we have your orthopnea. Ano ibig sabihin ng orthopnea? Hindi sila makahinga or parang nalulunod sila pag flat on bed sila. Kaya usually, they sit or stand. No. Aside from that, we have your paroxysmal nocturnal dyspnea. Ano naman ibig sabihin yan? Di ba na-discuss na natin na nakaraan? PND, ibig sabihin yan, during night, nagigising sila kasi parang hinahapo sila, nahirapan silang huminga. Yon. We also have, yes, from Chevis, we have also fatigue. Aside from that, we have peripheral edema. Ito, depende na lang po kung ano yung affected na chamber. Pero 'di ba sabi natin, most common is left ventricular. Pero hindi lang naman yun yung pwedeng chamber na maapektuhan. So for example, left ventricular yung naapektuhan talaga, pwede din po pulmonary edema. Yan. Aside from that, we have your S3 gallop. Ano ba yung S3 gallop na yan? 'Di ba? Murmur yan, 'di ba? This is a extra heart sound. Usually after ng siyempre, S2 kasi S1, S2 lang naman ang normal. Lub-dub, lub-dub, lub-dub. So, anong nangyari dito? Ang nangyari, lub-dub, ta. Yan. May extra sound na nadidinig. Lub-dub, ta. Lub-dub, ta. Yun. Para siyang galloping horse. Kung alam niyo yung itsura ng galloping horse. So, para siyang ganon. So, meron ding murmurs. Usually, because of your mitral regurgitation. So, ibig sabihin, hindi properly nagko-close ang mitral valve ninyo, which is located sa may left atrium and left ventricle ninyo. That's why there is regurgitation or backflow of the blood. That is due to valve stretching. No. So, yung valve ng mitral na-stretch na siya because overstretching din or dilated si left ventricle ninyo. Kaya, nagkakaroon po tayo ng murmurs. Heart failure po ba ito? Cardiomyopathy po. Sir, paano po sila ma-differentiate sa heart failure? Halos same lang po sila ng signs and symptoms. Diagnostic procedures. So, some later on, sa mga diagnostic procedures, doon din natin makikita. Halos parehas, pero not totally the same. So, meron pa rin pinagkaiba sila. No. So, next, we have your diagnostics. So, okay na po tayo ha. So, signs and symptoms, we have your dyspnea on exertion, orthopnea, paroxysmal nocturnal dyspnea, we have your fatigue, peripheral edema, we have your pulmonary edema, S3 gallop, you have your labdabta, and you have your murmurs due to your, if left ventricle yung problem, because of your mitral regurgitation. Because nagkakaroon po ng valve stretching. Now, so for your diagnostics or your lab results, yan, wala nang sulat. Lab tests. Anong ginagamit po for lab tests? So number 1, pwede po dyan is your ECG. Yan. ECG. Just to check if there is arrhythmias. Pero syempre hindi lang yan, no? Kasi arrhythmias could cause by lots of other cardio diseases or other diseases na hindi related din sa cardio. So after that, we also have to check chest x-ray. Yan. Chest x-ray. Aside from that, ano pang makikita natin? 2D echo or echocardiography. Kahit hindi na 2D. Baka mayaman sila. 3D ang pinagawa. Cardiogram. Yan. Echocardiogram. So, anong maki-check dyan? Decrease ang kanyang EF. Gano po ka-decrease? Less, tama ganito. Ganito yung less than, no? Less than 40%. Yan. Sa x-ray, anong makikita sa dilated? Since this is distended, yung heart muscle, ano makikita mo dyan? Cardiomegaly. Yan, malakas na po yung hangin. Gumagalaw na yung, ano ko dito. Echocardiography. Echocardiogram. Yan. Next, ano pa po? We have your elevated ang BNP. Ano na ulit ang BNP? Dun sa mga yes. Dun sa mga nanonood nung nakaraan, ano na ulit ang BNP? BNP. Brain, Banay, ulit, ano po? Ang BNP? Brain natriuretic peptide. Brain natriuretic peptide. Brain ba? Hindi. Wait lang. Para sure tayo. Kasi hindi ko rin sure. Hala, pare-pares tayo. O basta search nyo na lang, B. Kung ano ibig sabihin ng... Basta natriuretic peptide. Kasi sodium. Tapos, i-excrete. Tama? O, yun yung naalala ko lang doon. For congestive. Yan. B-type natriuretic peptide. Yan. B-type natriuretic peptide. Ayan. Sorry. Yan. So, usually, ano dyan? Increase. Increase din yung BNP niya. Usually, more than 400 pg per ml. Bakit? That is also a suggestion for heart failure. Sir, bakit? Di ba sabi natin kasi, with regards to cardiomyopathy, this is a group of heart muscle diseases. Kaya talagang lalabas din dyan si heart failure because with regards to heart failure, ang problem kasi dyan is your muscle as well. So, next, ano pang lab results ang pwede natin makita? Your troponin I or your troponin T. Pero dito sa Philippines, usually troponin I yung ginagawa natin. Tapos CKMB. So, ano itong mga to? Itong troponin I or your troponin T and your CKNB. Your troponin I and your CKNB are cardiac biomarkers. Cardiac biomarkers. Sir, ano ibig sabihin yan? Ibig sabihin yan, pag na-release yan sa blood ninyo, there is a damage to your heart muscles, especially your myocytes. Anatomy and physiology, kung naalala yon, cardiac markers. Yeah. So again, these are your cardiac biomarkers, which is if it is released into your blood, ibig sabihin there is damage to the heart muscles, especially your myocytes. So nagigets po? So different hospital, iba-iba din yung normal value niya, no? So ang isipin nyo lang dyan, basta hindi siya lalagpas ng 0.01 to 0.3 ng per ml. So again, it would depend doon sa mga clinics. Di ba makikita nyo naman yung result. So again, either negative 0.01 to 0.03 ng per ml, yung normal value. Si CKMB naman, usually ang result niyan is less than 5 ng per ml. Yeah. Less than 5 ng per ml. So yan po. So those are the tests na ginagawa natin kay dilated cardiomyopathy. So let's move on na kay R. Kasi we have your Dr. Hat, diba? We have your R or your restrictive cardiomyopathy. So, ano bang ibig sabihin ng restrictive cardiomyopathy? Kung napakinggan nyo na sa simple nursing, ang sinabi niya doon with regards to restrictive cardiomyopathy is Arden, rock hard. Rock hard muscle. Aside from that, Arden, sabi ni simple nursing, rigid. So with regards to restrictive cardiomyopathy, rare po ito. Kung saan, sabi dito, rock hard, rigid. Alin? Yung ventricles. Nagiging matigas siya, nagiging stiff siya. Your ventricles becomes now stiff. So if it is stiff, anong magiging mangyari dyan? It is less compliant. So ibig sabihin, hindi masyado proper yung diastolic feeling niya. Ano ulit yung diastolic feeling? Hello sir, hello. Yung magfi-feel yung dugo doon sa ventricle. So hindi masyado makapag-expand. Yes, hindi masyado makapag-expand, hindi pa contract. Kasi pag contract squeezing, that is more of systole na. No. So again, ang nagiging problem dito is hindi proper yung diastolic feeling niya. So anong mangyari? Si systolic function naman is na pre-preserve later on. So, ang pinaka-problem dito is your diastolic feeling. Yan. So, bakit po? Ano po bang nangyayari dyan? Thank you for the rose, Kiana with the K. Kiana with the K. Ito yun. Yan. So, ano bang pato niyan? So, first, ano ulit yung nagiging problem sa restrictive? It becomes rigid. It becomes hard, rock hard. So, ibig sabihin, the ventricles become stiff. So, the heart muscle becomes stiff. So, imagine mo yung rubber band. So, yung rubber band, di ba, stretchy yun. Nawala na yung stretch niya. So, pag nawala na yung stretch niya, ano mangyari? Ano pong mangyari? It loses yung stretch. So, ibig sabihin, hindi na masyado makapag-feel. Wala na masyadong diastolic feeling. Nagets po? So, ibig sabihin, yung ventricles, hindi na makarelax at feel properly. Sawadika Porch, Edmond, both ventricles ba, sir? Or may specific? Usually, ang problem dito is your left ventricle. With regards to this one, usually left ventricle po yung nagiging problem. No. So again, the heart muscles become stiff. Example ulit, yung rubber band, hindi na masyado nakakapag-stretch. So, kung naging stiff na yon, yung ventricles mismo, hindi na siya nakakapag-relax. So, dahil hindi na siya nakakapag-relax, hindi na siya masyado nafe-feel ng dugo properly. Usually, that is during your diastole. Diba? Kasi, sa diastole, doon yung nafe-feel yung heart ng blood. Nai-gets? So, kung si ventricles hindi na nafe-feel well, F-I-L-L hindi feel na F-E-E-L. 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 So, kung si ventricles ninyo hindi na masyado nafe-feel ng mabuti, hindi na napupuno ng dugo, anong mangyayari? Yung blood sa ventricles ninyo, either left or right, anong mangyayari? It would go back to your atria or your atrium. If left ventricle yung problem, edi sa left atrium. Pag right ventricle yung problem, edi si right atrium nagiging problema. Doon siya babalik. Nagets ninyo? So, ano mangyari? Because of that, mas nagiging enlarge at mas nagiging tumitigas yung mga ventricles ninyo. With that, mas increase yung pressure para ibalik niya ito sa katawan or sa lungs ninyo. Again, depende kung anong ventricle yung may problem, right or left. Nai-gets po? Sige, paikliin lang natin yung pato. So again, there is stiff myocardium. If there is stiff myocardium, it would result to decreased feeling. Usually, this is in diastole. So, kung decrease yung feeling, there is increased atrial pressure, which leads to venous congestion. So, yan yung nangyari. So, ibig sabihin, si diastolic o si diastole, there is dysfunction. Kaya nagiging hard like siya or rigid. Hopefully, nagigets ninyo ha. Kung hindi, mag-leave na lang kayo. Ay, hindi kayo mag-leave, no. So, yun po. So, restrictive or rock hard muscle or rigid, dilated, distended, and thin muscle. So, yun lang yung isipin nyo doon. So, ano po ba yung mga causes? Causes niyan is number 1, we have your amyloidosis, sarcoidosis, and hemochromatosis. Yeah. Pag sinabi nating amyloidosis, tama si Chavez. This is a disease wherein there is an abnormal protein or your amyloid build up in organs. So, ano yung mga yon? Pwedeng sa puso. So, kung sa puso po, anong mangyari? There is stiffening and weakening of the heart muscle. Next, we have your sarcoidosis. Pag sinabi natin sarcoidosis naman, this is an inflammatory disease wherein nagkakaroon po ng mga small clumps. Anong clumps? Clumps ng immune cells or also known as your granulomas. Yeah. Granulomas. In organs such as pwedeng sa lungs, pwedeng sa heart. So ngayon, yung small clumps of immune cells or your granulomas, kung napunta yan sa heart ninyo, anong mangyari? It could cause now scarring or fibrosis. So kung nagkaroon niya ng scarring, it would result to rhythm problems. Arrhythmias, kumbaga. Yan. Nai-gets po? Next, anong sinasabi nila dito? Yan. Next po, we have your hemochromatosis. Your hemochromatosis, anong ibig sabihin yan? Anyone? Sige. That is, we store too much iron. So, iron overload, yes. Build up of iron, yes. So, again, the body store too much iron. So, ibig sabihin, madaming extra iron na pwedeng ma-deposit sa heart. So, pag na-deposit yan sa heart, ano magiging result nito? Again, it would cause stiffening or enlargement. Yan. So, yan pwedeng mag-cause ngayon ng restrictive cardiomyopathy. Aside from that, radiation, yan, radiation therapy, usually sa chest, yan. Ano pa? Pwede din pong idiopathic fibrosis. Ano po ibig sabihin ng idiopathic fibrosis? So, pag sinabing idiopathic, ibig sabihin no known cause. Tama. Fibrosis, ibig sabihin scarring. So, ibig sabihin, there is scarring in your heart tissue which makes less flexible yung heart muscle. Pero it is unknown. Hindi natin alam kung bakit nagkaroon ng ganon. Nagigets po? Pwede din po genetics or familial. Yan. Genetics or familial. Ano pa po? Pwede din po it could cause by tumors. Sir, paano pag tatlo yung nakita? Di tremors. No. Aside from that, ano pa po? Meron pa po ba kayong alam na pwede nating ilagay dito? Ayan. Wala naman. Wala na, no? So, ulitin lang po natin ha. With regards to radiation exposure, yes po. Radiation therapy, yan. Radiation therapy on the chest. Scleroderma, hindi ko siya nabasa sa book. So, hindi ko sure kung kasama siya, no? Pero kung kasama siya, ilagay, no? Siyempre, hindi ko naman alam lahat. Tao lang din po ako. Nagmamahal at nasasaktan. Ay, ganon. So, let's just repeat ha. We have first, yung dilated cardiomyopathy, also known as your distended heart muscle. So, anong nangyari dyan? Ibig sabihin, nagiging thin yung cardiac muscle, para lang siyang balloon. So, parang lumulobo. Aside from that, we have your R, we have your restrictive, rock hard, yung cardiac muscle, nagiging rigid siya. So, hindi siya masyado makapag-pump properly. Hindi pala pumping ang problema dito. Feeling sa diastole. No. So, causes niya, pwede pong amyloidosis, sarcoidosis, hemochromatosis. So, pag sinabi nating amyloidosis, that is abnormal protein build-up. So, anong nangyari? Pag may abnormal protein build-up, which is your amyloid, ibig sabihin, nagkakaroon or nagiging stiff at weak yung heart muscle. When we talk about your sarcoidosis naman, ibig sabihin, this is an inflammatory disease which forms what? Small clumps of immune cells. Anong mga small clumps immune cells? Granulomas. Itong granulomas na to, pwedeng mapunta sa lungs, pwedeng mapunta sa heart. Naswertehan mo, sa heart pumunta. It could cause now scarring and rhythmic problem or arrhythmias sa conduction. We also have your hemochromatosis or a condition wherein your body stores too much iron. So, yung extra iron sa katawan ninyo, pag na-deposit yan sa heart, anong magkakos niyan? Stiffness at enlargement. Aside from that, pwede pong radiation therapy, pwede pong idiopathic fibrosis or there is scarring pero no known cause. Ano pa? Familiar, ibig sabihin, genetics, pinamana sa'yo. Ibis na bahay at lupa, yan ang pinamana. Pasalamat ka pa rin, naalala ka ng magulang mo. Ay, hindi Aside from that, ano pa po, yung pinagdadagdag natin, 2 mors, pag 3, 3 mors, pag 4, 4 mors. Ay, ganyan, sir. Yan. So, yan po yung mga causes ng restrictive cardiomyopathy. Next, we have signs and symptoms. Signs and symptoms of your restrictive. Since ventricles po ang problem dito, kung right-sided, kung right ventricle yung naging problem, so magkakaroon po tayo ng parang right-sided heart failure. Yan. Yan. Umaano. Nakikisabay, papansin, hindi mag-zoom. Yan. Pwedeng right-sided heart failure. Ano yung mga yon? So, pwede tayong magkaroon ng JVD. Pwede po ba? Yes or no? JBD, pwede. Pwede, JVD for right-sided. Ano pa po? Ikaw na nakikinig dyan. Imbolay. Pwede, pero pag sa right-sided, ano ba yung nakikita natin sa right-sided? Peripheral edema, yes. We also have your ascites. Yan, peripheral edema. Ano pa po? Ascites, yan. Hepatomegaly, splenomegaly, yung mga yan. Aside from that, pwede din pag left, pwede din fatigue, yung mga yan. Or left-sided signs and symptoms, dyspnea or topnia, yung mga yan. No? Dyspnea or topnia, yung mga yan. What else? Exercise intolerance. Yan. Hindi na makatolerate ng exercise kahit konti, napapagod na. Aside from that, magkakaroon din po tayo ng atrial fibrillation. Sir, bakit po magkakaroon ng atrial fibrillation? Bakit? Ano sa tingin nyo? Bakit nagkakaroon ng atrial fibrillation? Bakit po nagkakaroon ng atrial fibrillation? Kasi rigid si rigid si ventricles, right or left ventricles. So kung rigid yan, pwedeng magkaroon ng regurgitation. So saan magba-backflow? Sa mga atria ninyo. So ano mangyayari sa atria? There will be atria enlargement or dilation. So because of that, magkakaroon tayo ng problem sa conduction and it would lead to atrial fibrillation. Again po, atrial fibrillation, that is due to your atrial dilation. Nagigets? Aside from that, andyan yung dizziness. Aside from that, we have your dizziness and agitation. Syncope. Yan mga yan. Yan yung mga pwedeng signs and symptoms. Yan. Nagigets po? So these are some of the possible manifestations or signs and symptoms with regard to restrictive cardiomyopathy. So next, we have your diagnostic test. So for your diagnostic test, ano ba usually meron dyan? So again po, 2D echo or echocardiogram. Echocardiogram, echocardiography. Yan. Echocardiogram. Usually para saan yan? That is to visualize yung mga anong problem po ulit dito? 'Di ba? Ventricular filling. So ventricle size. Ventricular size. Yan. So para ma-check lang po kung gaano kalaki yung ventricles niya. Aside from that, ano pa po yung i-check natin dito? So diagnostic test, we also have ECG. Yan. Atrial fibrillation, pwedeng lumabas dyan. Kung ano-ano pang arrhythmias, no? Aside from that, ano pa po? Elevated din po ang BNP. Brain natriuretic peptides. So yan. Yan po yung mga possible pong laboratory na ipagawa natin kay pasyente natin. What else? Endomyocardial biopsy. Yan po. Endomyocardial biopsy. Usually, this is just a confirmation for some of the cardiomyopathy kaya pinapagawa siya. So again, this is some of the diagnostic tests for our restrictive cardiomyopathy. So, management. Ayun pala, hindi natin nasasabi yung management. Sorry na. Management muna tayo kay dilated cardiomyopathy. Ano yung management natin dito? We have your A, B, D, V. Yeah. We have first your ACE inhibitors. So example ng mga ACE inhibitors, enalapril, captopril, lisinopril, Yung mga yan. Usually, that is to improve your systolic function, which is the problem here in your dilated cardiomyopathy. No, kaya nagkakaroon sila ng systolic heart failure. So, what else? We give also them beta blockers. Ano ulit yung mga beta blockers? Those that with the suffix ulol, parang ikaw, metoprolol, atenolol, carvedilol, yung mga yan. Usually, that is to increase your EF. Yeah. Aside from that, with regards to beta blockers, ang kailangan nyo lang din i-take note dyan, because of its B, letter B, it also give breaks to the heart. So, ibig sabihin, yung heart rate medyo babagal din po. We also have your diuretics. So, usually, your diuretics is for fluid overload. So, example niyan, furosemide, Lasix, either potassium sparing or potassium wasting, no? Usually, tinitake ito in the morning, syempre, para mas makatulog siya sa gabi. Aside from that, we also have vasodilators. Ano yung mga example natin ng vasodilators? Nitroglycerin. Yung mga yan. Nitroglycerin, usually, it is used just to dilate your blood vessels. Yan. Ano pa? We also have vitamin K antagonist. Ano ibig sabihin ng vitamin K antagonist? Anong medication yan? Vitamin K antagonist, ano yan? May idea? Clonidine. Ito lang yung warfarin or your Coumadin. Clonidine. Ang bilis lang siyang mag-type. Sino na yon? Si Melvin. Si Melvin na sila na mag-take ng NCLEX niya. Yan. Good luck natin siya and congratulations in advance. Para saan si vitamin K antagonist? Siyempre, just to minimize yung mga clot formation. No. Aside from that, ano pa, mga device therapies, pwede silang maglagay ng mga implanted cardioverter defibrillator, yung mga yan. So, ano magiging nursing management mo? Nursing management mo, meron kang IRMA. Si Manang IRMA. So, number 1, exercise. Yan. Pero wag masyado ha, kasi madaling mapagod. What else? We have your R, restriction. Restriction ng alin? Salt. Yan. Ilan ba ang required? At least 2 grams per day. Yan. Ano pa yung isang R? Restriction ulit. Restriction ng fluids. Yan. Baka magkaroon kasi siya ng fluid overload. We have your R. IRMA. We have to minimize or eradicate smoking and alcohol consumption. Yan. What else? We have letter A. Avoidance of illicit drugs. Yan. Avoidance of illicit drugs. Like sodium can cause CHF. Ano yun? Nurse Aris? Yan. Nurse Aris, meron akong discussion ng heart failure. Meron tayo sa YouTube if you wanted to watch it. No. Next. Ano magiging management naman natin sa restrictive cardiomyopathy? We have your B, C, B, ABC, A, B, C, D. Yan. A, B, C, D. So, we have your ACE inhibitors po ulit. Halos same lang. ACE inhibitors, beta blockers, calcium channel blocker. So, nakalimutan ko lang ilagay pala doon sa yung kanina. And we also have your diuretics, warfarin, vitamin K antagonist, tapos mga cardioverter. So, ganun po yung mga gagawin natin, ha? Nursing management nyo, depende sa manifestation na lalabas. You just need to monitor yung fluid overload ni pasyente nyo. Baka kasi magkaroon siya ng dyspnea. Aside from that, you need to, pag nagkaroon na po ng dyspnea si pasyente, ibibigyan mo na siya ng oxygen, no? Again, you need to avoid alcohol and tobacco. Kung ano si Irma, halos same lang din. Next, we have your Dr. Heart. Ayan. Hypertrophic na po. We have your hypertrophic. Hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. Ayan. Bibilisan ko na lang kasi baka malakas na ang anong tawag dito, malakas na ang hangin dyan sa inyo. Pero patap-tap-tap naman, ha? Huwag kalimutan nagtatap-tap tayo. Yung isang kamay, ganon, tapos nagsusulat yung isa, no? So, we have your hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. Again, sa mga nakanood na kay Simple Nursing, anong sabi ni Simple Nursing doon? There is huge trophy. Yan. Huge trophy daw. Or we could say na there is a huge at thicken. Alin? Yung heart muscle. Yan. Pwedeng ganito ang sabihin naman natin, no? So, pwedeng huge trophy or huge thicken heart muscle. Bakit? Dun sa drawing kasi, yung sa septum, ito, yan. Lumaki siya. Yan. Kaya may drawing siyang trophy dito. Kung napanood nyo na si Simple Nursing, no? So, yun yung nangyayari. Saan ba yan? Usually, yung thickened heart muscle is located sa may interventricular septum ninyo. Pag sinabing interventricular septum, this is your septum, interventricular. So, it is between the two ventricles. Kaya interventricular septum. Now, because of this thickened heart muscle, anong mangyari? Impaired po ulit ang diastolic feeling ninyo. So, pag sinabi natin diastolic feeling again, there is diastolic dysfunction. So, anong magiging pathophysiology niyan? Hypertrophy. Ano magiging pathophysiology niyan? So, una muna, there is thick walls. So, because of that thick walls, it equates to stiff ventricles. Pag stiff ang ventricle ninyo, ano mangyari? There is poor feeling. Let's expound. So, for example, si heart muscle nyo becomes too thick. Especially your septum. So, ang normal, kunwari ganyan. Naging thick siya. Kumapal. Yan. Ano mangyari? Sa ventricles ninyo, magiging stiff. Hindi siya masyado makapump. Aside from that, hard din siya to fill with blood. So that's why there is problem with your diastolic dysfunction. Because when we talk about diastolic dysfunction, again, that is your feeling of blood. Diba? So ano mangyari dyan? Kung there is poor feeling, this might lead now to left ventricular outflow during systole. Again, this could lead to obstructed left ventricular outflow during systole. Usually, this is for your obstructive variant. Sir, paki-simple po. Anong ibig sabihin yan? Ibig sabihin lang yan, may mga cases kasi na thick yung wall. So, pag thick yung wall natin, nabablock niya yung blood flow out from the left ventricle. So, ano mangyari? Because of this blockage, tapos because of this poor feeling doon sa may heart natin, hindi masyado makapag-pump enough yung blood to the body. Especially during exercises. So, ano magiging cause niyan? It would cause now to possible sudden cardiac arrest. Or sudden cardiac death. Usually sa mga athlete. Ito yung common sa athlete. Yung hypertrophic. Bakit? Kasi nga, abnormal yung heart muscle nila. So, pag abnormal yung heart muscle mo, anong mangyari? It would cause serious arrhythmias. So, because of this serious arrhythmias, so, pag biglang tumakbo, si athlete, napagod, si puso, pwedeng mag-stop. So, pwede siyang mag-cardiac sudden arrest or cardiac death. So, ganun po yung nangyari dyan, ha? So, anong causes niyan? pinaka number one with regards to your hypertrophic is genetic. Namamana, pinamana. Ibig sabihin ulit, wala kang bahay, wala kang lupa, wala kang kotse na pinamana ng mga magulang mo, pero naalala nilang bigyan ka ng hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. Magpapasalamat tayo. Hindi tayo magpapasalamat. Nagigets po? Nagigets? Hopefully nagigets natin, ha? Aside from that, usually this is diagnosed sa mga young adults na mga athletes. Yan. Mga athletes. Sila po yung madalas nakikitaan ng ganito. Hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. Tinitingnan ko lang yung notes ko baka may nakalimutan. Yan. Yan. Ano pa? Signs and symptoms. Exertional dyspnea. Ayan. Aray ko. Oh, sorry na. Exertional dyspnea. Aside from that, chest pain. Sir, bakit po may chest pain? Kasi po, with regards to O2 demand, kokonti. So, because of that O2 demand, ano pang mangyari? Pwede siya magkaroon ng syncope or dizziness. Aside from that, systolic murmur. Yan. Pwede siya magkaroon ng systolic murmur. Lalo pag nagbabalsalba siya, for example, pag umiirig kayo, yon, mas malakas yung systolic murmur niya. Ano pa po? Palpitations. At pinaka-worst is cardiac death. Yan, sudden cardiac death. So yan may pwedeng maging signs and symptoms ni pasyente nyo. No? So ulitin ko lang yung patho para mas madali. May nakita ako dito sa notes ko, mas madali pala. May dinrawing talaga ako. Yan. Hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. So number 1, for non-obstructive and obstructive. So non-obstructive may lead to obstructive. Yeah. For obstructive variant. Minsanan na lang yan, ha. So kailan to nangyari? Usually during straining, exercise such as running, sprinting, ano pa? Bearing weights, yan. Yung mga bibigat, yan. So ano mangyari pag sa obstructive? It would cause to sudden stretch. So itong sudden stretch na to, magbabulge out ang inyong heart muscle. So pag nagkaroon ng stretching, which leads to bulging out of your heart muscle, ano mangyari? Lalaki daw. Lalaki yung sa interventricular septum ninyo. It would lead to the different signs and symptoms kanina, and it would lead to sudden cardiac death. Yan. So, hopefully mas naintindihan nyo to. Kung hindi, edi sorry. Yan. So, again, obstructive and non-obstructive. Pag obstructive, usually pag during straining, exercise, running, bearing weights, anong nangyari? There is sudden stretching. So, nagbabulge yung heart ninyo and would lead to different signs and symptoms na pwedeng mag-lead to cardiac death. Now, let's move on to your signs and symptoms. So, for your signs and symptoms, ay, nasabi na natin yung signs and symptoms. Diagnostics na pala. Sorry, maulan. Yan. Signs and symptoms ay diagnostics. Ano yung mga diagnostics na pwede natin ipagawa dito? So, hindi mawawala po si echocardiogram. Echocardiogram. Anong makikita dyan sa echocardiogram ngayon? So, kung si dilated, cardiomegaly, ito naman si hypertrophic, ang problema is interventricular septum. So, ano makikita mo? Thick yung interventricular septum niya. Pero with regards to EF, usually normal, okay lang. No. What else? ECG. Ano magiging problem nyo po sa ECG niya? So, Usually, ang naapektuhan dito is left. So, pwedeng magkaroon siya ng left ventricular hypertrophy. No. Aside from that, since this is also familiar or genetics or inherited, pwede po kayong magpagawa ng genetic testing. This is just a screening whether or not it runs in your blood. Yung magkaroon ka ng cardiomyopathy, especially your hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. So again, ano yung una natin with regards to your cardiomyopathy? We have number 1. Ano pa yung number 1 natin? Ano yung number 1 natin? We have your DCM or your dilated cardiomyopathy. Anong problem ulit po sa dilated cardiomyopathy? There is, letter D din, there is distension of the thin cardiac muscle. So, anong nangyari dyan? Enlarge pero weaken. So, dahil weak siya, anong nangyari? Reduce yung contractility. Because reduce yung contractility, hindi masyado nakakapag-push. Anong problema? Diastolic dysfunction or systolic dysfunction? Reduce daw yung contractility. Pag reduce ang contractility, anong problema? Diastolic dysfunction or systolic dysfunction? Systolic. Kasi systolic tayo kasi more on contractility, more on contraction yung problem natin. Nagigets po? Nagigets. Pag diastolic or diastole, that is more of feeling. Iipunin yung dugo dun sa ventricles. So next po tayo, we have your, anong next na cardiomyopathy sa Dr. Hutz? Anong next? We have your restrictive cardiomyopathy. Pag sinabing restrictive cardiomyopathy, gamitin natin yung sinabi ni Simple Nursing, there is rock hard heart muscle or rigid. Or ibig sabihin, the ventricles, either right or left, become stiff. So, pag naging stiff siya, less compliant. So, naging stiff si ventricles. So, pag naging stiff siya, pwede ba siyang makapag-feeling o makapag-properly lagay ng dugo? Hindi. So, ano magiging problem? There is a problem with regards to your diastolic dysfunction. So, ibig sabihin, ang problema natin is sa may diastole. Tama? Next, the causes o yung mga iba-ibang causes niya. Yung 3 unique causes niya. Ano yung mga 3 unique causes niya? Hello po kay Sophia. Sana okay ka lang dyan sa bahay ninyo. Sana hindi ka pa nalulunod. Amyloidosis, yes. Pag sinabi nating amyloidosis, that is abnormal protein buildup or your amyloid. So, ang nagkokos kasi niya ay ang cause niyan would be stiffening and weakening of the heart muscle. After amyloidosis, anong next? Yung medyo 3 unique causes. Hi Loreline, hi Karel, sana hindi pa kayo nalulunod dyan. Sarcoidosis. So pag sinabi natin sarcoidosis ulit, those are inflammatory diseases wherein it forms small clumps sa immune cells ninyo, which is called your granulomas. Diba? Pwede yan mapunta sa lungs, pwede mapunta sa heart. So pag nasa heart, it could cause scarring. So pag nagkaroon ng scarring ang heart ninyo, magkakaroon ng rhythm problem. So dyan papasok si atrial fibrillation later on. Tapos ano yung last? Anong last? Na-cyst din yung problema. Yung gawaan ng grade, SIS. Ay, hindi yun, sir. Anong last? Iron buildup, also known as your hemochromatosis. So, because of that extra iron na na-deposit sa heart ninyo, again, it would cause stiffness or enlargement of the heart. And lastly, yung kakadiscuss lang natin, we have your hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. Gamitin na natin ulit. I-quote natin sa Simple Nursing, there is Huge trophy like doon sa heart muscle daw. So, big and thick yung sinabi niya doon. So, ibig sabihin nun, HT din, there is hard, tapos thicken. So, hard and thicken yung heart muscle natin, no? So, pwedeng mag-cause nito. Usually, common ito sa mga athletes natin. Naigets po? Causes nito, genetic. Usually, kumakapal. Yes po. Ano yung kumakapal? Sa book, meron din yung scleroderma. Ayan. So, idagdag natin kung may scleroderma. Thank you for, anong tawag doon? Yes. Pagdagdag, yan. What is scleroderma? Para at least malaman din ng mga iba. Tapos, ano yung kumakapal ulit? Kumakapal yung, is it the ventricle? Yung kumakapal ba? Muscle, specific part of the septum. Yon. So, septum. Specifically, your interventricular septum. Yon. Pagod na makurot, padagdag, anong ibig sabihin ng scleroderma? Para alam nating lahat, no? Next, we have your arrhythmogenic right ventricular cardiomyopathy. ARVC. Yan. Arrhythmogenic right ventricular cardiomyopathy. So, connective tissue disorder. Okay. Sige. Yan. So, connective tissue, hindi lang kay heart yan, no? So, pwede din sa bones, etc. Kasi madami tayong connective tissue sa katawan natin. Thank you for the rose, Ichel. So, ang bango ng rose ni Ichel. Yan. So, we have your arrhythmogenic right ventricular cardiomyopathy. From the word itself, right ventricular cardiomyopathy, anong problem dyan? Is it your left ventricle or specifically kay right ventricular lang ito? Anong sagot ninyo? Yes or no? Yes or no? Bakit yes or no? Ano yung niya dyan? Ano? Arrhythmogenic right ventricular cardiomyopathy. So, anong problem natin dyan? Piling ko mahina ang signal dahil sa ulan. So, technically, it is your right ventricular. This is a rare type of inherited condition. So, ibig sabihin, kung nagkaroon ka nito, congratulations. Di ba? Nagkaroon ng congratulations. Sir, ano ba tong arrhythmogenic right ventricular cardiomyopathy? Again, this is a rare condition kung saan yung myocardial tissue ninyo, specifically yung nasa right ventricles ninyo, nare-replace siya. Anong replacement? Nare-replace siya ng fat and fibrous tissue. O yung fat, alam na natin. Yung fibrous tissue, ibig sabihin there is scarring. Scarred. Usually that is caused by arrhythmias and stress. No? Or possible, it will lead to dysfunction. Yan. So again, when we talk about your ARB, C, it is your arrhythmogenic right ventricular cardiomyopathy. Again, this is a rare inherited condition kung saan yung myocardial tissue ninyo, specifically to your right ventricle, is now replaced with fat and fibrous tissue. Because it is replaced with fat and fibrous tissue, it would lead to ventricular arrhythmias and also would lead to dysfunction. Nagigets po natin? So, with regard to pathophysiology, nasabi naman na natin. So, fibro-fatty replacement. So, because of this fibro-fatty replacement, nagkakaroon po ng conduction anomalies, abnormalities. Excuse me. Abnormalities. So, itong mga conduction abnormalities na to, anong mga to? Example, VTAC. Ano pa? Pwede, sudden cardiac arrest. Yeah. Or sudden cardiac death. Alam nyo ba? Alam nyo ba? Wow! there are only two rhythms that could be defibrillate. What are those? So those are your pulseless VTAC and VFib. Again, good to know lang ha. Two cardiac rhythms na pwede lang pong i-defibrillate. Gamit yung defibrillator, yung I'm clear, you're clear, everybody clear, hindi ka pa po antok. Sir, hindi pa naman. Basta pag nagde-discuss, hindi pa naman. At tapos masarap ang tulog dahil walang pasok. No, ikaw, achi girl, nantok ka na. Yan. So, good to know lang ha. Two cardiac rhythms na pwedeng i-defibrillate lang. Yung I'm clear, you're clear, everybody clear. Yon. Is your pulseless VTAC and VFib. Ventricular tachycardia na pulseless at ventricular fibrillation. Tapos, yung position ng inyong anong tawag dito? Pads is hindi siya yung parang napapanood ninyo na for example, ito yung chest. Dito, tapos dito. Hindi ganyan ha. Yung isa sa may sternum, pero hindi siya mismo sa sternum. Usually sa may right area siya. Tapos dito sa may apex area. So ganyan ang position ng pads ninyo pag nagde-defibrillate. Na, wala lang. Share ko lang. Wala na akong may turo eh. So yan. No. Next. Causes naman na tayo ng ARVC. So causes would be genetics. So yan. Usually nakikita yan sa genes. Genetics nga eh. Ano mga signs and symptoms niyan? Oh. Ano yung mga notes nyo dyan? Para hindi na rin ako magsulat. Nakakapagod kaya magsulat. Ano yung mga notes nyo dyan? Ano yung mga notes nyo? May notes kayo dyan. Sir, ano po yung nasa baba? Alin dito? Aling baba? Saan dito, B? Saang baba, B? B, saang baba? Sumagot ka, Inki. Shortness of breath? Double check ko lang. Usually kasi, di ba ang problem, right ventricular heart failure. So, pag right ventricular, saan siya napupunta? Hindi sa lungs, di ba? So, with regards to breathing, wala masyadong problem. Pero, there is palpitations. Ang lakas na ng hangin sa labas. Diyan ba sa inyo? Yung kanina, sir, sa may chay. Huh? Ventricular tachycardia. Ventricular VTAC or ventricular tachycardia tapos sudden cardiac death. Yan. Sorry na. Signs and symptoms. We have your palpitations. We have your dizziness or your syncope. Other term for your syncope, fainting. Anong fainting? Yung drawing. Ay, hindi magfi-faint. Aside from that, yes, swelling. Usually, ang makikita mo dito are right-sided heart failure symptoms. So, more on systemic symptoms. So, andyan na si swelling, iba't ibang swelling, yan. Ascites, yan mga yan. No. Aside from that, ano pa, pinaka-worst po is death. Yan. Signs and symptoms po natin yan, ha. Next, we have your diagnostic test. So, diagnostic test ninyo, usually ECG, genetic testing, yung mga yan, no? Cardiac MRI, ito. Cardiac MRI, para lang siyang mas pinaganda na x-ray, para mas malinaw. Bakit? Bakit, sir? Kasi, di ba, ang problem natin dito is, nagiging fatty, tapos fibrous si tissue. So, mas makikita sa image kung meron talagang fatty deposit sa may right ventricular wall ni pasyente ninyo. So again, ECG, yung mga yan. Yan yung mga usually. Swelling, sir, yes po. Kasi po meron pong may have signs and symptoms of right-sided heart failure since the problem is your right ventricular. So kung hindi masyado makapag-pump si right ventricle ninyo, ano mangyari? There would be regurgitation or backflow to your right atria, tapos would lead to backflow to your system. So ganun po. So may mga makikita. And lastly, we have your Takotsubo. Yan. Ito yung mga ayaw ng mga virgin. Ay, hindi magagano. Gustong gusto naman nino. Kung sino man yung naiisip ninyo. Takotsubo. Yan. Takotsubo cardiomyopathy. This is also known as your stress induced or also known as broken heart syndrome. Yan. So, sa may mga pinagdadaanan dyan, sa mga broken-hearted, yan, pwede kayo magkaroon ng broken heart syndrome, also known as your stress-induced, also known as your Takotsubo cardiomyopathy. Nagkaroon sila ng broken-heartedness kasi nga, hindi pa nila nasubo. Ay, hindi ganun. No. So, anong problema po dyan sa Takotsubo ninyo? Anong nagiging problem? Any idea with regards to this one? So there is a transient left ventricular dysfunction. From the word itself, it is stress-induced, broken-hearted syndrome. So ibig sabihin, it is triggered by what? By extreme emotional or physical stress. Yan. Malapit ng examination, ang daming binibigay na video lecture. Tapos, pinag-online class pa kami, ibahan na kami. Ayan, pwede kayong magkaroon ng broken heart syndrome, pwede kayong magkaroon ng stress-induced, also known as your Takotsubo cardiomyopathy. Thank you for the meow meow. Ayan, sa mga nagbibigay ng meow meow ha, tapos nagla-like, please lang mag-like kayo, B. Please lang. No. So, yun po. So again, when we talk about your Takotsubo cardiomyopathy, stress-induced broken-hearted, it is a transient left ventricular dysfunction. So ibig sabihin panandalian. No. Hindi siya masyado nagfo-fall sa chronic. No. Left ventricular dysfunction usually triggered siya by extreme emotional or physical stress. Ano usually? I thank you for the meow meow ulit. You're the best, Ichil. Yan. You're the best. Andito din ang aking anong tawag doon? Kumare. Si Nurse Kit Kate. Yan. Bakit yan? Ito pala. Of loved ones, yes. Basta yung extreme emotional or physical. Yan. Nakita mo may kahalikan na iba yung crush mo. Aray ko po. Ang sakit. Nakita mo yung ex mo may kasama ng iba. Eh, di ba ex na? Ba't ka pa nasasaktan? Di ba? Na ganon, no? So, ano pong nangyari dyan? So, yun na po yun. Yun yung nangyari doon, no? So, causes, again, sinabi na natin, emotional trauma. Ano yung mga emotional trauma? Yun, yung sinabi niya, loss of loved ones, shock, yan. What else? Ano pa? Ano pang pwede natin sa emotional trauma? Nakita mo yung grade mo 59.9, sayang, di ka nakapasa. Yon, di ba? Ano pa? Pinagalitan ka ng CI mo, emotional trauma. Yan. Accidents, yes, pwede din po. Aside from that, we have your acute medical illness. Pwede din po. Acute medical illness. Aside from that, what else po? Ano pa po? Pwedeng it mimics MI. So, yan. So, ano makikita nyo dyan? Pwedeng elevated ang troponin I. Pero, clean ang inyong coronaries. Ibig sabihin, sa angiogram, walang blockage. Nai-gets ninyo? Hi, Ma'am Kat. Dugdugin kita, Ma'am Kat. Hi, Ma'am Kat. Yan. Andyan si Ma'am Kat ninyo. Dugdugin kita, Ma'am Kat. Yan. So, again po, when we talk about your Takotsubo, si Isabels, may Takotsubo ka pa ba? Wala na. Ayan po. So again, when we talk about your Takotsubo, it is also known as your stress-induced, also known as your broken heart syndrome. Again, there is a transient left ventricular dysfunction. Triggered siya ng alin? Ng extreme emotional or physical stress, which now mimics your MI, pero clear ang inyong coronary artery. So, bakit po? Bakit yung stress or broken heart syndrome could cause this type of cardiomyopathy? So again, example, nawalan ka ng minamahal mo o di kaya nagkaroon ka ng sudden shock due to accidents. Anong mangyayari dyan? Yung body mo magre-react. So anong reaction niya? Ha? Sabi niya nga. Anong reaction niya? Your body would now release sudden surge of what? Burahin ko muna to ha. Sudden surge of what? Your stress hormones. Ano ba yung mga stress hormones nyo? Your catecholamines. Your catecholamines. Ma'am Kat, hindi ko mabasa. Mamaya ka basahin yung sa GC natin. Ang pangit ng sulat ko. Basta catecholamines. Example ng catecholamines, OA ng react. Ay, sorry. Sorry, grade. So, ano example ng stress hormone catecholamines? Ano example ng catecholamines? Adrenaline. Yan. So, kung yung stress hormones na yan, nagkaroon ng surge, so temporary, anong mangyayari? May stun yung heart muscle mo. Mabibigla yung heart muscle. Especially anong area? Yung tip ng apex. Yung tip ng heart o yung apex. Yan. Of your left ventricle. So, because of that, it would now result to your heart cannot pump properly. So, kung hindi siya makapag-pump properly, yung apex mo, dun sa left ventricle, so imbis na, ano tawag dito? Medyo pa-pointed yung left ventricle mo. Ang nangyari sa kanya is, it looks like an Japanese octopus. Yun yung tawag kasi nila, kaya takot subo. Hindi dahil sa Pilipino to na takot sumubo, ha? Hindi. Japanese octopus. So, anong nangyari dun sa left ventricle mo? Nagmumukha siyang ulo ng octopus. Kaya siya tinawag na takot subo. Because it resembles a Japanese octopus trap. Nagigets po? Yun. So, ganun po yung takot subo. Again, when we talk about your takot subo, sinabi natin kanina, di ba? It mimics your MI or your myocardial infarction. Pero, isipin nyo parati, parehas yung signs and symptoms, pero upon coronary angiography, walang blockage sa arteries ninyo. Tapos, it gets better in few days or few weeks. Insan! I miss you, Insan! Ayan, nagdi-discuss lang tayo, Insan. So mas nagiging rounded siya. Yes, mas nagiging rounded po siya. No. If you will look sa mga sa Google kung ano itsura ng takot subo, yung left ventricle nagiging paganon siya. No, imbis na 'di ba ang usually itsura ng pangit talaga ng sulat ko sorry. 'Di ba ang heart ninyo pag ganyan. So si left ventricle medyo pa-pointed. Ang nangyari sa kanya para siyang gumaganon. Yan. Nagiging ganito yung left ventricle ninyo. So, yon. So, check nyo na lang din. No. Aside from emotional trauma, aside from acute medical illness, ano pa? Pwede din po, postmenopausal woman. Sino pong mga papasok dyan? Si Aiza ba? Papasok na dyan? Hindi pa papasok. Sa mga postmenopausal woman, no? Kung sino mang kilala nyong postmenopausal, yan, papasok dyan, no? Ayan, thank you sa follow, Insan. Miss ka na ni Pinsan. Nakalabas na sila. Ayan. So, ano yung mga possible signs and symptoms nito? Meron bang chest pain ito? Diba it mimics myocardial infarction? So, kung ano man nakikita nyong signs and symptoms sa myocardial infarction, pwede din po dito. So, may chest pain. Aside from that, may dyspnea. Aside from that, diba, MI, myocardial infarction. Pag sinabi nating infarction sa ST, ano siya? Elevation or depression. Haha, uwi na siya kamo, dugdugin ko siya. Oo nga, dugdugin natin siya. Sasa? Sasa mo? Anong meron? Pag infarction, infarction. Diba letter T? So there is ST what? Elevation or depression? There is ST elevation. Kasi letter T din. Pag ischemia, letter S, depression. Kasi may S din. Nagigets po? So, ST elevation, T-wave inversion, yan yung mga makikita nyo sa ECG. Aside from that, yun, kung ano pang nakikita nyo sa MI, yun din yung makikita nyo dito. No? So, ano yung mga diagnostic procedures? So, for your diagnostic procedures, so, pinapa-cardiac catheterization natin sila. Just to check na ano talaga siya, hindi siya MI. So, ano makikita? Normal ang coronary arteries. Ibig sabihin, there is no blockage. Nagets po? Aside from that, echo to the echocardiogram or echocardiogram. Ano nangyari? Doon sa apex, nagbumukha siyang round, nagbumukha siyang parang octopus, Japanese octopus strap. So, anong nangyari? There is apical ballooning. Yan. Apical ballooning. Pero itong mga to, nagre-resolve to within days or weeks, ha? With regard to supported care natin. No? Nagigets po? Nagigets? Aside from that, syempre, you need to change your lifestyle. So, syempre, because of the emotional trauma na nangyari sa kanya, kailangan makapag-adapt siya doon sa trauma na nangyari sa kanya. No? Nuggets. So, wait lang. I-double check ko lang ha kung meron pa tayo dito. Kung meron pa ayun, so complications lang, usually heart failure, arrhythmias, sudden cardiac death, stroke or systemic embolism, tapos cardiogenic shock. Meron pa ba ako dito? Unclassified cardiomyopathy. Yan. May nilagay pa ako dito ang unclassified cardiomyopathy. Pero wag na yun. Hindi na masyado importante yun. So again, we have your Dr. Hat.